Hi, good morning, friends. How is everyone today? Hope everyone is doing well on this beautiful, beautiful fall morning. So, by popular demand, I have my friend Greg here, and today we are going to discuss how to make a dating profile and all of the things that you should do while you're setting up your profile. So I want to introduce my friend Greg, and I'm happy that he is joining me today. How are you today,
Thank you, Patricia. We've done our research.
Yes.
So it should be very informative today.
Yes. So we worked on some research, and so again, you can choose whatever dating site that works for you. But these are the points that we are going to bring out and inform you on how to do an interesting dating profile that will attract people to look at your profile.
So you want to start?
Yes.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Number one, consider what qualities you would want and like in a partner. That's very important.
Mm-hmm.
And it's important, what can you bring to the table? And also focus on personality and not as much on physical appearance, even though I understand that's very important, because many people, if you don't have a good photo, they move on to the next profile.
Yes.
So we have to admit that physical appearance does carry a lot of weight, but you should give people a chance and look at their personality and their whole profile.
Absolutely. And if I could just add a point about that, you could have someone that is beautiful on the outside and rotten and mean in the inside. And you know what? What good is that, in my opinion? That's not, important in qualities that you look for, in my opinion, in a person. So I agree totally, Greg, with that.
And what I found interesting is said, ask a friend of yours to highlight your strengths. Because I think a lot of time the person doesn't really, they're not as aware of their strengths, but someone, a friend, can say, I'm your friend because of these things, your kindness,
Right.
generosity,
Yeah.
things that you don't realize, but other people do. And I thought that was an interesting angle.
That's a very, very good point. That's an excellent point. Yeah, very good, Greg. It's true, because we don't see ourselves like other people see ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's a great point that you bring out.
When I do my profile, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask you.
Yeah, that's great.
My strength.
No, I
Don't
think.
know about my weaknesses.
No, I
but-
think you're. The first time I met Greg, I was in the garage actually, and I was bringing in my grocery bags, and my husband had an operation, and so he couldn't lift anything. And Greg was so kind, he introduced himself to me.
Yeah.
I didn't know anybody when I first moved here. And he offered a cart that you have, the shopping
Right, yeah.
cart. He wanted to help me. So you know what? I thought he was very kind, very considerate, very sensitive. And those are all excellent qualities in a person. So that's how I met Greg, and I thought you were a nice person because of those qualities. And I mean, you have other qualities, but initially that's what I noticed.
And going to the photos are critical. Photos are critical in your profile. Mm-hmm. You have bad photos, they're just going to move to the next profile. So try to get close-up shots of you.
Okay, and
Like
how
the head
many?
and the shoulder, not a distance.
I see. And how many photos would you need?
4,
Okay.
is it 4 different photos that highlight your personality?
Okay.
So if you're a skier, one
Right.
photo of you skiing.
I see, yes.
If-
And if you're a biker, one
Right.
of you on a bike,
Right,
one of you, dressed up, casually dressed in different, like,
right. If you like the theater, a picture of you in the theater.
right.
The
Right.
photos should, you know what it is, photos should express your interest.
Yes, I see. Yeah,
Like yours, you like exercise, so
Yeah.
for you, maybe in a gym.
right.
For me, maybe in a theater.
Right,
Me taking a picture of me hiking.
right. Excellent,
And vacations, if you love vacations.
yes,
Take a picture of you in Italy,
right.
maybe in front of whatever, a cathedral.
Yeah, the
or,
Fountain of Trevi.
Yeah, exactly, or a
Yeah.
museum.
Yeah.
But no distance, you can't have it as a distance.
It's got to be close up.
Close up.
Okay. Well, I guess the reality of life is that people are going to notice, first they're going to notice your exterior, and I find, and I don't know if other people find this, but like when I was young and, whatever, I was out there meeting boys, whatever. So like, if I liked someone and I didn't, and I wasn't that interested in the person, I didn't think they were all that, Once they start talking to me, once I get to know what they're like, they become more attractive to me.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
So in this case, yeah, they have to like your picture, and then once they get to talk to you and actually be with you, then they can like the person
Right.
inside. You know what I mean? So,
And if people move on, they don't like your photo, they don't like your appearance, it's about them, it's about.
right. And the thing is, I hate to say this, but who wants somebody that's just shallow anyway?
Right,
If all they're interested is in the exterior of a person, I wouldn't want that person, would you?
no. I mean, I understand if a woman's 5'10", she doesn't want a guy 5'7".
No,
Generally.
and I'm going to be honest, there are certain qualities we all want in another person that we are attracted to. And I'm going to be also honest, I'm not like talking out of both sides, and not making sense, but it's also very important to be physically attracted to someone, because that is so
Very important.
It really is important, and then if you also have that attraction and passion in a relationship, you're really lucky.
But you know what, you have to look at yourself in the mirror too.
Right,
You gotta
absolutely.
say, what do I have to offer
Right.
in terms of my physical
I
appearance?
agree. I agree totally. If you're not whatever Christy Brinkley, or Rob Lowe, or whoever.
Yeah, right.
You have to absolutely be realistic. Okay.
I mean, my feeling is average people go with average people.
Right.
Which is fine.
Right.
If you're average looking,
Right.
that's nothing, that's
No.
not negative.
There's nothing wrong with being with who you want to be with. Who
Right.
Is, I think what's really important, because sometimes you'll look at a couple and you'll be like, how is this one with this one? But you know what I find about people that don't even look like they belong together and they're together? It's what they value, what their morals are that connect them.
Right.
It might not be that they like the same things.
Right,
Their
it's the
values,
inner qualities
the
of the
inner
person that are
qualities.
attractive.
That's right, that's right. So,
And no group photos. First of all, it's a
Oh.
privacy issue. Some people, if I'm at a restaurant and I'm
Right.
with 3 people at a table,
right.
those 3 people might not want to be on a match profile.
That's a very, very good point.
So, some people I've noticed have scratched out the faces.
Yes, right. I see that a lot as well.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's an option, but I think the best thing is to, if you're at a dinner table, for the, just ask your friends to
Right.
just move away and then have one of your friends take the picture
Right,
of you at the dinner table.
right.
And the same with the skiing. If you're a skier, you don't want to be around, don't take a picture with 4 of your friends together. Because first of all, the people are going to be saying, where is he? You know, they're
Yes.
looking at 5
That's
people.
right.
Where is he?
That's a very good point, Greg. That's right. Who's the guy I'm looking at here?
Yeah.
No, that's a very good point. Yeah. No, excellent. That's all very good points. that you
And
make.
another thing too, is take a picture within 3 years of your.
Oh, that's so important. That is so important. Who wants to look at somebody in a picture that's 20 years old? Like, are you ridiculous even posting that? Or who wants to look at somebody that has, what are they called? Those fillers and all the nonsense.
Yeah,
that-
Filters.
Yeah.
What is it?
Filters.
Filters, okay?
Don't
Like-
use them.
Like, let's be real here, okay? We're at a certain age, you know, they show you, they look 20 and then you meet them and they look nothing like the picture. Come
No.
on. Like, let's be real when we're showing pictures of who we are and what we look like. That's important.
Yeah. I look at pictures made 20 years ago and I look in the mirror and I say, I don't even recognize the person. It's, you know, there's
I mean, we
big
have
transformations.
to, we definitely have to be real. So that's an excellent point as well, Greg. That a picture should be, you say 3 years?
No more than, well, the research said 3 years, but I would do it even less.
I think even less.
That's what
I
I
would want to see a picture of what somebody looks like, you know, a
Yeah.
week ago.
And I've
But
heard,
that's me.
that's you.
You know,
And I've heard
some-
so many stories where the person looks at the date and they get turned off right away, saying, this is not like the photo. What else is this person lying about?
Absolutely, that's a good point as well. If you're posting a picture that's 20 years old, you're already lying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, you have to be fair, like, because you have to treat people the way you want to be treated.
Absolutely. You're right.
So, be honest,
Right.
because you want the other person to be honest
Yeah,
in their pictures.
absolutely.
Because if I saw that, I would already question their character.
Right. I
If
would
they're
as
already
well.
being deceptive.
Right. If I show up, you know how like they say you meet somebody at a bar, this is what they used to say when I was young, and you go home with Raquel Welch and you wake up with Phyllis. You know what I mean? It's like, I shouldn't say that probably, but you know what I mean.
Phyllis Diller, I think, is not around anymore, so
No,
you're not
no,
insulting her.
and she was a wonderful lady.
She was.
And, a beautiful lady in different ways. But, let's face it, Raquel Welch, so be real. That's what we're trying to say. We're making jokes about it to lighten it up. But show who you are. And if somebody doesn't like you for who you are, why would you even want them?
Right.
Why would you even want them?
Right, and what's the big deal? They just pass you by.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an issue.
No.
I know, look, I'm not a tall person, so people are gonna look at my height. So a lot of people have in their mind a 5'2" woman. Oh, he has to be over 6 feet. Well, okay, fine, but you're really excluding a lot of people.
Right. Now you're putting yourself in a box, and you shouldn't shouldn't really put yourself in a box. You know, you see like beautiful women or good-looking men, and like the wife is taller than the man.
Right.
Okay, I mean, you shouldn't have certain things stop you from meeting someone, you know? So, unless, you know, you're a certain person that likes certain qualities, you know what I mean? Like,
Sometimes a man is insecure. Say he's 5'7". He might be insecure being with a woman who's 5'10".
right.
Okay, that's his
fine.
issue.
But
And
that's
that's fine.
fine.
That's fine.
You know, that's fine. Everybody should be with whoever they feel comfortable with and that they
Yeah.
want to be with.
And theoretically, if the woman's 5'2" and she wants a guy over 6 feet, that's fine too, but the only thing is she's eliminating a lot of possibly really good men that you would connect
Right.
with.
Right.
But that's her choice.
Right. Absolutely. Yep. Yep.
And this is something else hadn't thought about.
Yes.
They said, check your grammar.
Mm. That's very important.
It is.
That's very important. Because what you put out there is what they are going to see. And that's very important. So, absolutely. Proofread and check your grammar. Absolutely.
Because it shows that you haven't taken enough time and pride in your site.
Right. Right.
And people can also make judgments saying, oh, this guy's not too smart,
Right. Right.
that he has poor grammar.
Right.
And there's no reason and also too slang.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yep.
And stay with, this is, the next aspect is, I think, important, but also the politics, your
Oh,
politics,
yeah.
or culturally heated jokes. You know,
Yeah.
you could say, I'm a liberal Democrat, seeking a liberal person.
Now, I have a
Culturally-
question about that. Do you need to put that information in?
Well,
I wouldn't.
There's two things.
Yeah.
Unfortunately today, if you're, say, like a culturally, politically liberal, and you meet somebody who's conservative, that might be a mismatch, and both people might not want to.
So
Because
that's
that's part of who you are.
right. So is that something that needs to be in a profile?
I think it tactfully.
Okay.
Because if a liberal who's out there protesting, whatever, and that's part of who she is as her person. And you know what it is? Commonality. That's really what we're talking about.
Right.
This opposite attracts is really in many ways a fallacy.
You think so?
I think people, well, in your friendships, you look for people generally who share your values, generally.
Right. Now, I have friends that are not like me, my views,
Right.
let's just say. And there are other aspects of their characteristics that I
Right.
like, and I keep them in my life, even though we're different. So sometimes it's not like that in a new relationship when you meet someone. But there are friends of mine that we don't have the same views, but they still have other qualities that I like. That's why, the political thing, me personally, I don't like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about how important that is.
Each person has to decide.
Right.
If-
Because then again, you're eliminating other people.
Right.
You're putting people in a box, You'll already know what their views are once you start talking to them. without even asking, but I don't know how it's done. If that's something important that needs to be put in there.
Me personally, I look for commonalities.
Okay.
I'm not looking for the opposite attract,
Right. You're
Theory.
looking for someone that,
that we have things in common.
right, I see.
Culturally, politically.
Right,
Activities in common.
right,
If someone loves hiking, they hike all the time, and
right,
the other person is not active at all,
right. That's not a good fit.
right. Because then you're gonna want on a weekend go hiking, and
Right.
she's not going to go somewhere
Right.
else.
Absolutely. Yeah,
And avoid sarcasm,
yeah,
jokes that are
right.
inappropriate.
Absolutely.
But I think there are a lot of people, we think of it as common, but I think there are a lot of people do these stupid things.
I agree. And I don't find the jokes funny that they find funny.
No,
You know, then they say I don't have a sense of humor. I laugh when I think something's funny. If I, you know, some jokes are just not funny, you know, and I agree with that, you know. Some people think certain jokes are funny, and sometimes, even though they don't mean to be hurtful, they can hurt people with the jokes. And
right.
I don't like that, you know? That's why I don't laugh when people make a dumb joke.
Keep the jokes out of your
Yeah,
profile.
keep the jokes out. We don't want a joker. This isn't Batman. I'm just crazy.
Joking.
Yeah, joking.
And another thing, going back to the photos, try, what I read, try to avoid revealing clothing,
Oh, yes.
you know, pictures of
Your cleavage out. And
your cleavage hanging out, you're in a bikini, and you have your photo close up, and all you see is cleavage.
yeah,
Or the guys that are taking their shirts off, and you always see that in front of the mirror.
yeah, ridiculous.
It's,
It's ridiculous. It's
you're
immature.
highlighting your physical
Right.
appearance.
And then you got your cleavage out there, and then you wonder why you're gonna get some pervert that's gonna like you.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with that. That's important.
And the, very important, like we said, talk about your interests.
Mhm.
That's where people say, oh, if someone's looking at you and they love to hike,
Right,
and then they say, they see photo, the person isn't physically active,
right,
they don't do outdoor activities.
Right.
Well, that's probably not the person for you.
Right.
Because on the weekends or when you have off, you're gonna wanna do something physically.
right,
I mean, yeah, you can meet somebody who'll say, oh, I'll try it.
right.
But generally, if you're a couch potato who likes to just watch TV and go
Forget
to,
it.
right, it's not gonna work.
No, no,
So if you love sports, talk about, I love to watch the Patriots or
Right.
the Giants. I love
Right.
football, I love
Right.
baseball.
and I think, maybe I'm wrong, if you hate sports like I do, then be honest.
Absolutely.
Why do I have to like sports? I don't.
Because you might find that the man who loves sports wants to take his date to a sports bar.
Yeah, and I'd be like bored, you know. But that's me.
And there are people very fanatic about their sports and their
Right.
sports teams.
Right, I know.
And if you're a cultural person, you really should emphasize it. If
Right.
you love to go to museums.
Right, theaters and museums. like you
Museums,
do.
theaters.
Right, concerts, whatever it is you like.
Right.
Yeah,
Because that's what we're gonna wanna do on the weekend. That's who
Right.
you are as a person.
right,
And again, the opposite attracts. If you don't share common interests, that's a problem.
yeah. Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, because you know, a lot of times, I mean, even when I was young, you know, you go out with a guy and, oh yeah, all of a sudden they like the beach, they like the malls, they like, you know, everything that you like to do. Walk, exercise, or, I mean, I'm just saying. And then they do it with you, and then once they get you, once you're with them,
Right.
oh, I hate the beach, I hate, playing tennis, I hate, so, be real. At this age, be real with what you like, what you don't like, what you're looking in what qualities you are looking for in someone else. Be real, because otherwise you can only have that mask on for so long, and then the mask comes off, because then you're going to reveal who you really are, not who you're portraying to be.
That's why you've got to be honest in that profile.
Right, absolutely, that's important. Right. And like you said, if they don't like you, okay, then move on to somebody else. Chances are you're not going to like them either.
Another thing was interesting is look at other profiles.
Oh, that's interesting.
You look at other profiles and say, why does some stand out to you and others don't stand out to you?
Yeah, that's an interesting point.
Like, what grabs you right away?
Right, what grabs your attention on that profile?
Mm-hmm.
That's excellent. Yeah, I never thought of that. Yeah, that's excellent.
I hadn't thought about it. That was when I
No,
did the
that's
research.
actually great, yeah. Yeah, that's what the research says.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
And then it gives you ideas of how you can construct your profile,
Right.
change your profile.
Right, exactly. No, that's a very good point.
You say you see a photo and you say, I don't even know who the person is. He's in a photo with 5 people.
Right,
Then you say, oh, well, if I found out their problem, then I'm surely not going to do it on my profile.
right. That's right. No, that's an excellent point. You look at what else is out there, and then you can compare to what, is a good profile and a not so good profile. That's how you learn. That's excellent.
I mean, obviously it's subjective, but still.
Right. But still,
It's still.
right. Yeah, absolutely. No, I think it's good.
And don't be ashamed of your feelings and views about if you don't like women with tattoos. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. You move on.
Right, you could like what you like.
You like what you like.
Absolutely, there's nothing wrong with that.
If you want a hipster, that's fine. You don't mind a person with blue hair. Okay, fine.
Right,
And if
Right.
not, you move on.
right. Right,
Makes sense.
yeah,
And the other thing is be bold about sharing your dreams and inspirations. I think that's important
oh yeah, that's excellent.
because that's a